This is a quick walk around video of my 99 TJ Wrangler. I got it. It was in fairly rough shape from a buddy, and we basically redid the entire thing. We did paint and body work on it, new decals, ton of stuff. So let me just kind of start from the front. It's got an all steel bumper, Smittybilt 8K winch on it. We redid front steering. It's got the Curry heavy duty front steering kit, TerraFlex steering stabilizer, the JKS adjustable track bar. As far as the lift, it's got the 3.5-inch metal cloak with the metal cloak bump stops. They say the 3.5 is actually like a 4.5 because it's built to hold all the armor that metal cloak sells. It's got the metal cloak front sway bar links, quick disconnect, and then re-geared it from 373 to 488. It's running those Rancho 5000 shocks because they said they do pretty well on the TJs. Feels good to me. They're not super expensive, but they've done just fine. Mickey Thompson Baja MTZ 35s. I just repainted the wheels. They were chrome. New decals, new high lift jack on the front. Got some LED lights. Nylights makes them. I got them off Amazon. I wouldn't recommend them. They're good for like a year, and then they crapped out on me. We did the Smittybilt side steps, did new diamond plate, that black diamond plate on there, pulled the fenders and repainted it. We did a bunch of body work in some of the rust spots. Sourced a tan hardtop, which I painted. The WP rack up there was in fairly rough shape. We bead blasted the entire thing and repainted that with like rust resistant paint. If you look under here, let me get up under here. I have a new front drive shaft. Adams built that. I was getting some knocking sounds, so I threw a new Adams front drive shaft on there. When I did that, I dropped the gas tank, or the I'm sorry, not the gas tank, the skid plate for the transmission skid plate, and repainted that entire thing with a rust paint. In the rear, we did new lower control arms. I got the Core 4x4 lower control arms, just the T1s. Of course, re-geared the rear diff, also the 488s, and put in a new limited slip differential in there. Went with the Dana True Track on that. For the rooftop tent, I put a trailhead, Tough Stuff trailhead rooftop tent, and I reinforced it with those U-bolts. Mounted that right on. Got everything hooked together. Got an all-top, I guess, trash carrier or whatever they call it. I know there's a company that makes them. I forget the name off the top of my head, but I went with this as an alternative. I'm just leaving it on year-round, and it's held up so well so far. Popper open. I've got some cargo storage when I'm cooking back here and stuff. I use the knife, you know, and a bunch of other stuff I got in there. First aid kit, block kit, different stuff like that. Fisker's hatchet, everything like that. Coming in here, we've got, let me pop my lights on here. I kind of did these makeshift LED lights. I bought these things off Amazon. Boom, you can just clip them. They're pretty nice. I got one there, one up there, and then one in the rear. GoPro mount right here. When we're out, I can throw my GoPro up there. I've got magnets over here. One for my cell phone. I've got a magnet on the back of my cell phone, and then one for my Samsung tablet. I've got Gaia GPS on my tablet. And I can mount that right up. I got the magnets put on the back of the tablet and the cell phone. In the interior, replace the seats that were stock with these vinyl seats so they can get wet. Pulled all of the carpet out of it, and we sanded it all the way down to bare metal. And then I sprayed a spray and bed liner on it. I put Noico, that red Noico, to kind of reduce heat around the transmission tunnel and inside of it. And then I added a synthetic carpet and some floor mats because I was getting some heat in the back of it. In the back here, I built this shelf. I might do a separate video on how I built that shelf, but I carpeted it. And I added these 1,000-pound hooks, drilled all the way through with a bolt, so I can mount stuff there. That's my recovery kit. And then I also, that snaps into where I keep all my cooking stuff. Kind of got that idea from Ark Outdoors, the guy who does overlanding out of Arkansas. I really liked his setup. It was similar to that. That sits right off the wheel well. Like I said, I've got those different hooks. Different hooks on there, excuse me. Fire extinguisher on there. Again, there's a hard top on here my buddy gave me for free. We repainted inside and outside. See if I can pop this light on. I need to replace this one. It's kind of got jammed up, but normally they hold up pretty well. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's not going to work for us today. I'll have to fix that. With that cargo shelf, I can store stuff underneath it, etc. In the rear, as far as the rear diff, I added a new alloy rear diff cover. Did that when we were doing all the other work. And I also dropped the old gas tank skid plate and put a new one on. That one was super rusted. A couple other things I forgot. One other thing, we went out to Wyoming hunting. Added a rifle rack up here. Screwed right in. Straps down, you can put your rifles right in there. That worked really well. And then in that same theme, I have a mount for my gun down here for the pistol. Mounts right here. And you can put your pistol in there. And you can see the LED lights are now on. Had to mess with that for a second. Gives you a better perspective of the rig back there. How those hooks are set up. And that's it.